Welcome back guys to another race.
And it's round number 12 today for our return to glory with McLaren in Season 2. Last time was a pretty solid episode for us with Lando Norris getting back on the podium ever since that Silverstone race where things went so wrong for us. It's kind of mad, you know, because he had, what was it, two DNFs in a row, because at Spa he crashed out, obviously, with the back marker. Silverstone, no points, outside the points. Monza, again, undone, wrong strategy. Vettel was the one to shine there for second place. Finally, Lando on the second step, but the pattern has been Verstappen P1, Verstappen P1, Yuki P1, Verstappen P1. So apart from that Tsunoda incredible win at Spa, it has been all Verstappen, but in the Drivers' Championship, he's still third, but by the end of this episode, he might overtake Vettel. I'm going to try my best to not let that happen, but it seems inevitable. As much as I want Vettel to do well, you know, that pace difference of, you know, the stats are going to win out. And to be honest, you know, Lando will be the focus of, you know, getting the job done, and maybe the best bet of not letting Red Bull win a race. And we haven't won a race since, well, what was it? Yeah, Austria. So it's been 4 races since we've last won a race. I feel like winning again. You know, it's been a little bit of a while. So let's try and do that if we can. But we've got a required response here for bringing an upgrade deadline forwards for once, and this for the weather system. Oh, amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. Bring the weather system upgrade forwards. Yes, please. That would be great. And in terms of the car, well, we've got 18 days to the next Grand Prix, so there might be some time to do some upgrades, but at the same time, I think in terms of our ATR period, I don't think we have anything left. Do we? We have 0 hours remaining of everything, so we don't actually have any proper good time to do ATR period stuff, to do stuff, potentially. So I think it'll be more about solidifying the car. Maybe we can get one thing on the bubble, maybe. If we look at the car analysis, technically we are actually better than Red Bull in all cornering aspects. They get better engine cooling, and total weight is better. We're good at top speed. Their acceleration's still great. Our acceleration has been 10th about the whole season. So there's not actually a lot to improve on. It's just trying to improve the acceleration, maybe stripping down the weight further. Engine cooling could be better, but also that hasn't really affected us that much. So to be honest, we're in a good spot. I mean, compared to Aston Martin, I think we might be down. I think Aston have looked very quick as of late. But even then, technically, we've got a very solid car underneath this, actually. And maybe this is the final few upgrades coming in as of late. I don't know what the comparison would have been before the Grand Prix. And Suzuka, last season, was really great for us. And hopefully it can be the same again. Our weather center has come in now, so that's going to give us a bit more accuracy on the weather forecast. And our new side pod design has come in. So I think I actually annoyingly started manufacturing this spare one. I'm going to actually cancel that. I'm going to lose a little bit of money on that, but it's fine because we've got a new side pod to make. We're only going to get one done in time for the Japanese Grand Prix, because it's 5 days and 10 days, so that's 2 days over, and I'll make a spare obviously as well. That'll be that's quite a lot of money, 2 million on side pods to make, but we'll go for it. But that means only one new side pod then for one of the cars, and I think just to give Lando the best shot of maybe getting back to winning ways, we'll give it to Lando. Because we have given Vettel preferential treatment already once before in the season, so it seems only fair to give Lando this opportunity now. Overall, pace not looking too bad in FP3. Alonso top in the session, Lando P2. Vettel, don't think, set a time on softs there at the end, so masking his pace a little bit. Mercedes look a bit quicker. Maybe they brought upgrades. Williams up there with Albon, so it'll be interesting. Setup-wise, 98% for Vettel, 90% for Lando. Not too bad, not too bad. And driver prep, pretty darn high for Sebastian, and decent enough for Lando Norris. Qualifying, it's going to be interesting because I think it's meant to be a wet quali. We've had a few of those wet qualies where it's not really wet at all. So we shall see how we maneuver that. And then the race, oh, I didn't actually see that. Heavy rain in the race. Well, our new weather center, thankfully, will maybe give us a more accurate picture of things this time around. Right, first qualifying, what are we saying? Right, rain at the end, so let's just send them both out. We've already done the run plan of 1 lap of fuel, no cooldown laps. Let's just get the lap in, and that'll be us done, I think. And the AI all having the same idea. Vettel leading the train, Lando in the pack, but hopefully no one's going to hold up anyone because we're all on flying laps. Last time out, being first on track wasn't really useful for Vettel because he was going so much slower. And again, it's a little bit slower than Verstappen. At least it's not horrendously slow compared to Verstappen. Same can't be said for Lawson, but he's in Alpha Tauri. Let's see what Lando does. 2 greens only, so he's not going to be beating Verstappen, but at least he can go P3. Okay, this time Vettel does set a pretty decent lap time, being the first one out. Yellow flags, though, for what? If someone crashed, I wonder. Oh! Oh, I cut onto it at the right. I cut onto the right person. It's like I knew it was going to be a Ferrari. It's Carlos Sainz, and he spun it. Oh, going into that corner. Bit of a weird one to spin it out. I feel like usually you'd spin it on the left-hander coming out of that chicane in towards the last corner. So he is just sat there. And that is going to be very difficult for him because the rain is already on the way. Right, so we're through. Tsunoda looking pretty down quick in P2 in the Williams. And it's unfortunately not the same for Ferrari. Sainz is out stone dead last. Piastri a little bit low in the other Red Bull P12. And maybe more chaos to come in Q2. Let's find out, I guess. What is it going to be? Are we going to have rain at the start this time or no? About the same. I feel like that it's been very, very similar as of late with these wet qualies. Like, they're following the same pattern. I don't know, like, if something in the patch has made, like, every wet quali kind of coded the same. But it's all very, very samey, unfortunately. I mean, I would have said it gives a bit of, you know, ooh, but knowing that it's going to be dry at the start, and the fact I'm remembering to... The thing is, it's more the fact that I'm remembering to check it every time, just to confirm that, yeah, we should definitely go out straight away. Because if I did make a mistake of not checking and not going out straight away, then that would be a bit of a techie situation. Right, both at the front of the pack. Vettel's going to finish his lap first here. He's not going to be the first man to set a lap time, though. That'll be Yuki Tsunoda with a 1:26.4. What will Vettel do? Let's see. Ooh, very close. Very, very close to Tsunoda. It's amazing that I'm even saying that as like a thing. And wow, Tsunoda's beating both of us. Tsunoda is quicker than both of us. Amazing stuff from Willie. I continue to be dumbfounded by their lightning pace as of late. Incredible stuff. But at least I think this should be us comfy for Q3, I hope, as the lap times come in. Yeah, I think we should be fine with that. 3/10, the rain's now starting to fall, so that's all good. So no big losers in Q2 really, apart from maybe Albon. You know, he'd probably think he should do better compared to Tsunoda again to get 2 Williams in the top 10. But apart from that, no big shocks there in terms of being knocked out. The Aston's looking a bit quick though. They showed their hand in Q2. And the game has listened to me. We've got rain at the start of this session and it's going to get dry at the end. I'm going to set a banker lap though. Let's set a banker lap on Inters. Just to be safe. And then we'll go out the end on dries. But intermediate off the bat for Q3. Let's see what the wet pace is like. This will actually give us a good indicator for the race if it is indeed going to be heavy rain. And it looks pretty damn heavy already here as we leave the pits. But it is Inters. Everyone's Inters. But the water's pretty high. We're not too far away from full wets, but it's going to start coming down. Right, Seb and Lando come through. The sun is coming down. It's looking very dark and gloomy, giving me Sao Paulo IRL qualifying vibes when it was so dark and a storm was coming over the circuit. Here, there's a storm here, and we're only, well, we're below, oh my god, what? 1/10 behind Russell with Vettel, but 6/10 up with Lando Norris. I mean, we know how quick Lando is in the wet, actually. We haven't, well, Silverstone would have been a time to show it, but we had a woeful race. But Lando generally is quite overpowered on this game with the wet conditions, so fair play. But 2/10 to Alonso. So Alonso might be pole right now. What can Tsunoda do? Not that great. Perez is the only one who can top it. So it might be all Aston Martin. No, Perez does woefully. But Alonso, provisional pole right now from Lando. Vettel P7. We need to improve. Hopefully the dry period can be where we can do that. Right, others are going out on Inters right now, I think. But I am right now on... No, they're going out on dries. Okay. Oh, what's this very sepia tone orange hue to the entire circuit? Right, loads of people out on dries. It's not fully dry yet though, so I think we can wait a little bit longer for the track to really dry out, and more importantly, the track grip to be at its maximum optimal stage here. Right, I'm going to try and put Lando in this gap after Hamilton, I think. I think if I send him out now, he should clear Tsunoda, yep. And then if I go now with Seb, he should get out in that gap right there. I'm going to go manual control. Oh, no. I'm going to go manual control with Seb just to make sure he actually gets the line in time. Let's go full attack and full fuel burn. And we'll go harvest. And you know what? We'll do manual control for Lando as well. Let's warm up those tyres. Let's get that fuel going. Right, Lando comes round to start his lap now. And let's go deploy. And then with Seb, is he going to make it in time? Oh, no. Have I judged this wrong? Oh, no. Seb. Oh, I'm so sorry, Seb. I'm so sorry. I got Lando through in time, and I've let Vettel down. I've let Vettel down. Damn it. Perez also finished. Ah, that's bad. That's bad for me. I thought I timed it right. I thought 1 minute 43 seconds was going to be enough on manual control pushing, but clearly not. Right, well, we see what Lando Norris can do. Comes around the final few corners. It's not purples, it's 2 greens. What's it going to be? We're P9 in 10. So Vettel will be P10 for this race. What can Lando do across the line? Only P5. Only P5. It's an Aston Martin 1-2 front row lockout. And it's an all second row Red Bull. Interesting. Okay. Hoping the wet weather tomorrow in the race can help us out. Right, let's have a gander. Let's see. Well, apparently we're starting on dries. And we are going to be on dries. And the heavy rain's on the way later. Okay. That means we have to get to this part of the race before a pit stop. So I'm going to... It's saying start on softs. I think mediums. I think start on mediums. Go the distance to this wet weather. When the track grip starts to come down. Then it might be onto inters, onto full wets. This looks like a very quick transition of like a couple of laps. But do we risk it? Or just go into inters. I think go into inters and then go full wets. But very, very shortly after, like literally here. Like it's going to be 5 laps of intermediates. Yeah, 5 or 6 laps of inters. Very, very small. There's a chance of maybe going straight onto full wets. And I think with Sebastian, we should risk that and go onto full wets straight away. So I'm going to go full wets. Going to go... here. Out there. Yeah, that's all right. I think that'll be all right. And then there's actually a dry tyre stint at the end of the race that we could go on to. That's around, I would say, track grip increasing, water. Probably water's not going to come down till then. So long old stint on that one. But what lap's that? 44. Okay, 44 blessed. Add a stint. Go softs at the end on 44. I think in the moment we'll see like if it's worth going on inters or crossing over to wet straight away. I don't know what the AI will do now with the hard setting and the patch they've had, which way they'll go. You know, as Martin Brundle said before, you've just got to be on the right tire at the right time. So whether that's going on to inters for 5 laps, then going on to wets, so be it. Because in the past, I've tried to be too clever with this kind of strategy. It's not worked out. So that's why I'm splitting them. And, you know, if we need to, we'll bail out onto inters with Vettel as well.
We're all good to go here in Japan with 53 laps around the Suzuka circuit. Time for Oscar Piastri to show what he can do.
Not many expected to see them on the second row, but they could convert this P4 start into a great points finish.
And the time has come. Let's go racing. Get ready. It's the Japanese Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
Here we go. We're underway. Lando from P5. What's the start going to be like? The 2 Astons cover off. 1 and 2. Maybe the Red Bull gets in the middle. No, not quite. The 2 Red Bulls are side by side though. And we're just maintaining P5. Leclerc's no bother to us. And the 2 Red Bulls are just going to continue fighting each other and holding each other up. Meanwhile, Vettel is down a position to P11. Ocon on the softs though, that's why. So we just stick the course really. We're going longer, making sure we get to the wet period of this race. And it means we can probably lean on the medium tyres a little bit more than the soft tyre runners, which Alonso and Piastri have chosen. Perez and Verstappen have chosen to go mediums. We're going to bring it down on the fuel on lap 2. We're keeping up with the Red Bull guys, and there's some little different racing lines going on there for Verstappen. Alonso, though, pulling away 1.8 seconds ahead of Perez, and Lando nearly going for a move on Piastri. Maybe he's feeling those soft tyres already. Seb behind the Alpine. I'm hoping you can overtake him. There goes Lando on the outside. We're on deploy still. Let's go neutral now with battle assist. as we need to watch out for the battery. Can he actually make that move, though? He's still there. Come on his old teammate on the inside. Up to P4. Finish it off. And then get DRS maybe on the next straight. It's going to be activated on this lap. Is it going to open up this lap? No, it's the next lap, isn't it? Yeah, but can he stay ahead? Please stay ahead. Please stay ahead. Okay, thank God. Okay, I think we're good. Seb, though, does not get past Ocon, annoyingly. Right, Seb's been overtaken by Vettel, and Piastri's re-overtaken Lando. So, at the moment, frustrating time. Kind of like last race, though, where we had some woeful pace, and then it came back to us. I think maybe it's kind of like Hungary. Piastri ran the outside. He's on the softs, though, so at the same time we're going longer. But right now, we're already 5 seconds back from Fernando Alonso, but that wet period's a big chance for us. Tyre temps are alright. I'm just going to keep them on aggressive, I think. But Seb overtaken by Albon. P12 at the moment, hoping we can jump up later. Gasly overtakes Seb. He is just going backwards and backwards in this race. What is going on with Vettel? He's down to P13. Meanwhile, Lando, to be fair, not much better. He's on the back of Piastri, but he's also been hounded a little bit by Leclerc as well, as the pace is relentless from Fernando Alonso. Verstappen's got past Perez, so maybe Verstappen and Alonso might be in a world of their own. All right, with Lando, can we get this overtake done? Can we actually maybe attack, full attack? Let's go a bit of deploy. Get past Piastri. Come on. DRS open. Racing line. Lovely. We're past. Let's just carry on going aggressive with Seb.
Just be careful.
Let's just wait a little bit and then try and get some ERS going. All right, come on this Mercedes car. Let's go. We've got some fuel to use as well with Seb. Let's go attack. Let's go. Get him. Get this Merc. Get up to P12 at least. Around the outside. There we go. That's more like it. Oh! Yellow flags. For what? Who crashed? No one ahead of us. I think it's behind us. It's the Alpha Tauri. Alfa Romeo Haas into turn 1, crashing. And, ooh, okay, a bit of a slow spin. A bit of a slow spin for Magnussen, but it's all right. And now we're on the back of Sergio Perez. So these, we're finally warming up a little bit with Lando, and we're gaining some pace. We're not too far off Alonso now, so this slow and steady pace for Lando is working out. We can now burn some fuel as well and try and make some moves. Meanwhile, with Vettel, he's also warming up a little bit. We burned a bit more fuel with him to try and catch up to Gasly and Albon, but both our cars now looking to make overtakes. I hope, on this straight, can Lando surely get past the Aston Martin. Here he goes, pulling out on the outside, racing line on the outside. Oh, Perez puts up a fight, stays ahead. Lando's still attacking him, though. Unable to get him, though. Vettel can't get Gasly just yet. All right, this is the time for Lando, I believe. We've gone 1 speed on the inside. Lando, come on, squeeze him out. Get the elbow out, son. Get the elbow out. Get up into P3. There we go. Perez comes back at us, though. No. Keep your nose in. Oh, side by side through the entirety of Sector 1. This is a ding-dong battle between Lando Norris and Sergio Perez. And he unfortunately doesn't get him. But Seb does get Pierre Gasly, which is good. We're starting to cook a little bit and get back towards the top 10 with Vettel. But yeah, like I said earlier, I think Verstappen is definitely getting 2nd place in the championship. And the rain's going to be here within about 5 laps. So I think 59%. I think we just keep it like this. I want to keep it aggressive because there's no point pushing them too much, because I don't want to wear out the tyres before the wet period comes. Verstappen's up to P1, though. I think he must have just overtaken Alonso. Alonso will keep up with him. And we've fallen away from Perez. Meanwhile, Vettel can't really reel in Ocon that much. Pit window's open for those inters. The wet's not here yet. It's a bit delayed. We need to extend this stint. Heavy rain in pit lane? Huh? Heavy rain? It's not really heavy rain yet. Not yet. Right, Vettel going for a move on Ocon. I think those softs are starting to fall off a little bit. Yeah, 34%. I think now's the time to attack with Seb. Let's go. And same with Lando, actually. Starting to rain, we may as well push. Right, Lando, ooh, getting very, very close to the Aston Martin on the inside of Fernando Alonso. He was leading by like 4 seconds at one point, but Lando just got past him up into P3. Lovely. Virtual safety car. Oh, Virtual safety car. We have to pit now. We have to pit now. We have to pit now. And to be honest, maybe just go on to full wets. That's what has caused a virtual safety car. Ocon's crashed here. Go to the right-hander. Has he spun it into the wall? Or just go... Oh, yeah. The curb spat him out. Curb spat him out. Verstappen comes in. But for what tyre? That's the big question. I think we go to full wets. Because it is going to be wet very, very soon. So, pit, wet. I really hope the AI are not going wets and we can get one over them here onto if they go on inters. But I kind of get the feeling since the patch they're going to be clever enough to go onto full wets. Let's see. Verstappen comes in. I keep calling Vettel. No, he's on inters. He's on inters. Okay, we are going different to the AI. We are going for it. We're throwing the dice onto full wet straight away for Lando and for Seb. So this is a gamble. We are going different to the AI. Who knows if it's going to pay out? Who knows? Who knows? But at the moment, as we come out, so Lando's P6, Vettel P9. We've got some Inters runners. Oh, the two Williams cars. What are you doing? Not pitting under the virtual safety car is a calamity. Right, VSC is ending. The Williams cars are coming in. The tyres are overheating a lot because it's not wet enough yet for full wets. 2 laps and then it will be. Basically, we're negating the tyre wear we're facing now. The very strong tyre wear, because we're already at 90% with Lando here on full wet. I'm hoping we're going to negate that with a lack of a pit stop in the future. But it is looking a bit ropey, you know. Let's go push fuel. Push, deploy here, deploy here. I'm going to go and conserve, though, for the tyres. Going to need to try and bring them down. Let's go avoid risk curbs. Let's try every trick in the book to try and bring this tyre wear down, because Lando just lets the two Astons by on the inters. This is going down so quickly. I know it's not wet enough for full wet, but realistically in real life, the tyre wear wouldn't be this crazy. The pace would just be a bit slow. All right, the two Aston Martins are in. Where are... No, they're not in. Piastri and Leclerc are in. Right now, we're 18 seconds behind. I need to get wet, get quick. Oh, I'm gonna fast forward. Let's just see what the damage is. What's happened? 40... I'm sorry. This is just unrealistic. How is a wet tyre wearing to 49%? I know it's not wet enough, but it makes physically no sense. A full wet tyre does not wear this much in Inter's conditions. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And they've still not pit for full wets. Oh, yeah, safe. Yeah, cool, calm. Still not pitting for wets. Huh? Still. Aston have pit for wets, and they're ahead of us. Vettel's at least jumped to P10, but bloody hell. Okay, let's go attack now. So the SIP rate right now is in full wet condition. How is his tyre at 70? He's on Inters. And he's got 78% tyre wear. This is dumb. This is dumb. So dumb. Perez and Alonso closing up. Williams have a... Oh, wow. Williams pulled down my pants. I was mocking Williams for not pitting under virtual safety car. They're ahead of both of us right now. Unbelievable stuff. We are just behind them, though. Hamilton's on our tail. In all of this, at least Seb's jumped up some positions to P10, but we're now on very low tyre wear on these full wet tyres. Got to just at least make it to this period and then go back on Inters, but Verstappen might just stay on Inters the whole time. What? Lando overtakes Tsunoda at least, which is good. Let's watch that overtake. It's the only amount of joy we've had in this last stint. I can't believe the tyre wear. It's like Silverstone all over again. It's just really stupidly coded tyre wear for full wets. Like, I'm sorry, full wets do not wear that much. They don't that's not a characteristic of full wets in intermediates. All that will do is make you slower. It won't wear down the tread more. Well, at least Verstappen's down to P6 now. He's being very stubborn, staying on Inters, and he's down to P7. So at least I'm not the only one being stubborn, staying on a tyre they maybe shouldn't stay out on. Right, Lando's hobbling into the pits. He's held up this Mercedes of Hamilton whilst he's done it. He's in from P3. I don't know where it's going to be when everyone makes pit stops, but Vettel's going strong, going quick. Let's see, where's Lando? Where's Lando? P6. Oh, Hamilton jumped us in the pits, did he? Yep, Hamilton's jumped us in the pits. Bloody hell. Right, 15 laps to go. Ringing the hell out of these Inters. P6 and P12. We're basically back to where we started this entire race, but the two Aston Martins dominating. 1-2. Perez 12 seconds ahead, 13 seconds ahead of Fernando Alonso. Verstappen, because he was stubborn enough to stay on Inters, he's up to 3rd place, but his tyres are very shot. And Vettel overtakes Sainz. Okay, we're getting some moves done on these Inters. It's going to get to dries soon, but I don't think there's any point pitting for dries. Low-key hoping maybe some do pit for dries and we can gain some positions that way. Right, Seb's 1 second down the road from Russell. Then it's a big gap to Gasly. There's 10 seconds to Tsunoda. Is there maybe a point about pitting Vettel just to try and see if we can do anything in the last laps? Lawson's in. Track's dry to me. Right, okay, let's pit with... I feel like Seb's telling us he wants to pit by doing that. Lando's not saying the same thing. Right, track is dry. Lawson comes in for dry tyres. I say we just box with Seb. Let's see how it goes. A lot of people thinking the same thing. We come in. Is there going to be enough? There's enough laps for dry running completely, isn't there? Okay, I guess we're all going in. Sebby boy, where is he going to come out? Is he going to gain anything by pitting a little bit earlier? Not really. I think he just overtook Russell. And he might be able to catch up to Gasly for P8. Right, Vettel sets fast up the Grand Prix. Loving that. Loving that pace from Seb. And may as well cook the tyres. Got nothing left to lose. And Lando is now behind Verstappen. Verstappen just ran wide. Verstappen under pressure here. Run wide in set. Oh, very, very wide. That's a bit more than just ran wide. He literally went through the gravel trap. Right, we could get P4 here. Albon, though, on for a podium in the Williams. Unreal. And Lando goes down the inside. And he's got the move on Verstappen. Let's use a bit of deploy. Push away on this straight to get ahead. Nah, he's not done it. He's not done it. Okay, we'll go again. Don't worry. We'll go again. We'll go again. There we go. Lando's through. Past Verstappen. Took a couple more laps than I wanted to, but he's got him. He's got him. And that's his championship rival, so that's actually very, very good. Right, just trying to solidify this P4 for Lando, because there's no way he's catching Albon amazingly. So Albon will actually get a podium here for Williams. It's a shame it's not Tsunoda in his home race, but it is what it is. And wow, Perez dominating this one in the end. 11.7 ahead of Alonso, who's 3.5 ahead. As Verstappen is gaining. Let's defend a little bit with ERS. And Seb, meanwhile, by the way, is up to P8. Piastri, though, 5 seconds ahead, so I don't think we're getting Piastri. I think it's P8 is going to be the best today for Vettel. And Perez starts his last lap of the Grand Prix. Let's go deploy with Lando for this last lap, and the same for Seb. And Lando pushes away from Verstappen in the last lap. A lot of deploy to help out. Sergio Perez, though, wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Massive win. Bit of a shock. It's a 1-2 for Aston. Incredible. And a podium for Albon. 4th place for Lando. We'll take it. We'll take it. Ahead of Verstappen, nearest championship rival. Vettel recovered to P8. That was a frustrating race. I have a bone to pick with this game with that wet weather tyre wear. I don't think that's very realistic, but that's just me. I get what they're going for. You know, it wasn't the right tyre, but in real life, I feel like a wet compound would still perform somewhat like... There wouldn't be tyre wear. Yeah, you would be slow, but the tyre wear was the thing I was annoyed about, because it gave me no advantage then after it actually did get wet, because our tyres were so worn, so we couldn't, you know, use them as well. But it is what it is. Live and learn. Just now need to remember, literally always just go on to Inters. Never tried the jump again onto full wets. They've kind of seemingly taken that out of the game as an aspect of what you can do with the strategy. P4 and 8, we'll take it, we'll take it, we'll take it. It could have been a lot worse. Vettel does lose 2nd place in the Drivers' Championship. That was always going to happen, but constructors-wise, we actually gain a point on Red Bull, which is really not that bad. And also, I haven't actually said this yet, but Williams, I'm sure they were ahead of Merck already, or maybe they... No, I think they got it this race. They must have got it this race. Williams have officially overtaken Mercedes as a customer team in P5. I mean, McLaren are a customer team of Mercedes as well, but Williams ahead of Merck. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. Really, really crazy. But yeah, that's been this Japanese Grand Prix, guys. If you have enjoyed it, then be sure to hit the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're around here, then do get subscribed for weekly 4-on content. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.